Jeffrey. Fancy seeing you here again. Ay.
Anything else?
All good. All clear. Are you ready?
Yep.
Am I ready? Hello everyone and welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
Board games.
And
board gaming things.
Yes, we're here with our second episode of our top 50 board game of all time.
Our favorite.
Our favorite. We are here today to do our numbers 40 to 31.
Yep.
I can't, for some reason that always confuses me. I have
It
no
is.
idea why.
I agree.
It is, I agree.
I don't know what it is about it, but it is weird.
Complicated.
You just inherently think 31 to 40 is 9, but it's not.
Right?
You're
Yeah.
talking about 10.
So we've already done our 50 to 41. That was our last video. So you probably want to go check
Might
that
want
out
to start
first.
there.
I mean, whatever. If you want to start here, you do you, boo boo.
That's true.
Okay?
You do you, boo-boo.
We're going to start off, Jeffrey, with our number, what is it again? 40?
40 to 31. Do you want to start this time?
Sure, I'll start this time. Let's do it that way.
Oh, good.
This is the perfect time for the cat
The
to start
cat's
playing
starting
with
to
the
play
toy.
with a toy.
Baby.
And it's got a little jingle ball in it.
No. All day she doesn't play with this toy. If you hear a little jingle in the background, just know that the cat is having the time of her life. And the other cat is trying to lick every last morsel of food out of the dish. My number 40 is Micro Macro Crime City.
Okay.
Another new to us game this year. It's board game adjacent, let's just say. It's kind of like an activity where you've got a big map on the table and you're trying to solve crimes and find dead bodies, and with this very cute cartoony art. I love it.
But not for kids.
Oh, no. No, honey. Not for kids.
Art's cute.
The
The
art's
theme
cute.
isn't.
The theme is very murdery. There have been a lot of murders in Macro
When they say
City.
Crime City, emphasis on the crime.
Yeah, and the city.
Yeah.
We've played through probably like 5 or 6
Yeah.
cases, so we've got a long ways to go. I'm sure it would probably be up higher if we played it a little bit more, much as a story with a lot of these games, but yes, that is my number 40.
Not on my list.
At all? What a
Mm-mm.
weirdo, okay.
This one I struggled with for the same reasons you just mentioned. It's a board game, don't get me wrong, but like it's more experience for me. My number 40 from Stonemaier Games
Mhm.
is Tapestry.
Really?
I really like Tapestry, and I know a lot of people really don't like Tapestry, but I love it. I know that there can be a runaway winner and there's some balance issues, but everything about this game I loved. It's beautiful production. The little resin buildings that you can put out on the board are incredible. You know, there's kind of multiple paths to doing certain things, to scoring points. I've heard the newest expansion to this, Art and Architecture, improves the game, so it might sneak up. I'm not sure once I can play the expansion, but
I have not. No, I have played this many times, but this did not make my list.
that's fair.
Baby!
Well, she's now taking it up the stairs and dropping it down the stairs.
Good choice, Jeffrey. We haven't played that one in a while.
Been a hot minute.
My number 39 is King Domino. Is it on your list?
Nope.
What is on your list? I feel like I just don't know. Anyways, King Domino is a staple in our house.
Mhm.
We play this all the time.
We do.
Less so in person now, more so on BGA. But this is one of those games that we like to introduce to new people. We played it with Jeff's mom. We played it with some of our other friends who are new to the hobby. We've introduced it to people on BGA, and we just love it. It's simple but fun. I think I'm relatively good at it, so that's probably also why I like it quite a lot. But that is my number 39. You gotta be kidding me.
You're gonna have to go take it unless you want to keep doing this for.
I do not. You can have it back later.
That's the jingle ball.
Ugh.
Don't look. You can't be looking when I look at this.
I'm not looking.
All right, my number 39 game from Final Frontier Games. Merchant's Cove.
Really?
Why? Are you shocked it's not higher?
Yeah.
Really? Merchant's Cove is a very asymmetrical, I guess. What's the mechanic in it?
Many mechanics.
You know, each asymmetrical character plays a little bit different. It might be dice rolling and dice placement. It could be like a little Plinko board.
Yeah.
We're talking base game here.
Everything is based on action selection, and each asymmetrical character's action selection functions with a different mechanic.
Yeah, 100%. I love the artwork in Merchant's Cove. I really love asymmetry in games. I haven't played Merchant's Cove enough to push this up the list further, and I haven't played with any of the expansion characters, which I think hold this back a little bit on my list. I think it will go up the more I play it. I love this game. It's so good. And I'm looking forward to playing it more with some of the new what are they called? Characters, I guess?
I guess.
Some of the new characters. But that is Merchant's Cove, number 39, favorite game.
I'm very surprised that wasn't up higher on your list.
It's tough competition. Tough competition is top
Great
50.
Game. My number 38 is one that was on my top 10 last year in the number 8 spot. It has dropped 30 spots. And that is Imperial Settlers, Empires of the North. We did play this past year, but it was at like the very beginning of the year. And we just recently got some of the new factions.
Roman and Japanese.
Yes, which we haven't played with yet. So I think with more plays, once again, this is one of those games that I could see falling anywhere in my top 50, depending on the year. But I love this game. It's so cute. There's like so much going on.
She's very good at it too.
Yeah. Well, I only ever play as like one faction.
She plays as the penguin faction.
Yeah. And it's just cute and I just love it. Yeah. So
it's a good game. I like it a lot too. Not on my list though. Don't look.
I'm not. If you think that I can see that, you're crazy.
My number 38 favorite game of all time from AEG, John D. Clare, Cubitos.
What number is this?
38.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
First Overboss and now this. Are you trying to hurt my feelings?
Cubitos is a push your luck dice rolling racing game where that's pretty much it. So where this game shines for me is the variability. There's so much variability in this game in terms of what those dice represent. There's different like abilities that those dice can mean, and each track can be a bit different in terms of how you get from A to B. But ultimately, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to be the fastest to get from A to B on the track while rolling dice. You can bust by rolling the dice. I know I do it every time I'm talking about
rolling dice. Now you'll always notice it.
One cool thing I think about this game that I love so much is the fan track. So if you are falling behind, the game will keep you in the mix. It will give you certain abilities off of this fan track in order to keep you relevant. You can actually be super competitive by being strategic on when you don't want to push forward, when to push forward. It's great. I love Cubitos. We need to play it more.
I love Cubitos.
I know it's going to be much, much, much higher.
Much, much, much higher.
Much higher.
Much higher. Okay. What number are we on? 37?
7, yeah.
My number 37 is a new to us game this year. There's going to be a lot of new to us games this year. And that is Land versus Sea from Good Games Publishing.
All right.
This game, now we've only gotten to play it twice, and I have thoroughly enjoyed each time that we have played it. It is a tile placement game where you're trying to build out like a land mass. One person is land, one person is sea, try and close it off, score points, etc., etc., etc. It is fun, it is thinky, yet simple. There's no setup involved, which I kind of love. Like all you need to do is put a tile in the middle and make 2 stacks and that's it. It's so much fun. And I know this is a game that we are going to play a lot more this year. And I can very easily see this creeping up my list very quickly. And I assume by the look on Jeff's face, it has already creeped up his list. It's not on your list at all. What is on your list? Like, I actually don't know. It's going to be like 20 versions of Root.
Root and all the expansions.
Root River
1 to 10.
Root Clockwork, Root Underworld. Yeah. Anyways, that is my number I've already forgotten. 37. Land versus Sea.
I struggle with this one.
Why? Because you're not good?
I haven't played it enough, but I do know that I'm going to love that game more and more. My number 37 game is Black Angel. Black Angel is an incredible game. It's worker placement with dice, essentially. And the whole premise of the game is is it the Black Angel, the ship?
Yep.
You're trying to get the Black
Planet
Angel
Spes.
to Planet Spes, S-P-E-S. Don't ask me why they named it that.
Spes.
And you are going along this really cool board that keeps kind of shifting with the Black Angel as you go along into space. And you can send little robot characters out from the Black Angel in these little these little spaceships to collect resources and fight like monsters and stuff. It's so, so, so good. Spiritual successor, I think, Trois, if you've played Trois. Same designer. We love Black Angel. I think we both love Black Angel. Yes. I don't know if it's on your list or not, but
I think it fell just outside of my top 50, but I did really enjoy it. And this was another one that I didn't think I was going to like. And I think you were surprised that I liked it.
I was very surprised. It's beautiful, though.
The
board is
bright
incredible.
Pink and blue. Yeah. What's not to love?
It's one of the best looking games I've ever
And the little robots are just Mwah.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfection. My number 36, I know, is going to be much higher on Jeff's list.
That might be the first, yeah.
And that is Lord of the Rings, The Confrontation.
I am offended deeply.
So we only played it once. This is one that I know as a matter of fact, it is fact that if we played it more, it would be higher. But it's so good. We've only played it once. I thoroughly enjoyed our play. We do now own this game, which means it is a game that we will be playing again this year. And with more plays, it is going to skyrocket. For sure. This game is just a bundle of fun. Just a bundle of fun. So that's mine. And I know it's going to be, I have no idea where it's going to land on Jeff's list, but I know it's going to be quite high.
My number 36 favorite game of all time is Ghost Stories.
36?
I'm getting so much judgment here.
Okay.
Ghost Stories is I'm going to say tower defense-esque mechanism with a feudal Japanese theme attached to it. In Ghost Stories, you are trying to protect a village and villagers from ongoing onslaught of spirits or ghosts, whatever you want to call them, haunts, and they are continuously moving towards this village, and you need to fight them off with player abilities that you have, village powers, and etc., etc. It's incredibly difficult. It is basically a badge of honor if you beat this game.
We've never beat it.
We've never beaten it.
We have no badges.
My goodness, every time I play this game, I have an absolute blast.
Yep, it's punishing, but
it's
so good.
So good, and I'm looking forward to. This is a staple. This is one that I think Jamie and I will be like, do you want to try Ghost Stories again? See if we can do it. We'll pull it out. It's so good. It has so much replayability, in my opinion, because it is so difficult.
Okay, Jeffrey, that seems to be awfully low, which means I'm
very surprised. Like, I feel like you don't know anything on my list.
I don't. I have no idea. Like I said, I think it's just root.
I mean, we ranked the same games.
I know. That's why it's shocking. My number 35 is one Jeff's already talked about in this video, and that is Merchant's Cove. We
weren't that far off then.
No, I think once again, I just thought it was going to be way higher on your list.
I do love it. It's just, I want more of the players.
Do you know what bumps this game down for me? Is the setup and the teardown.
Yeah, that's very, very fair, which I don't do. Jamie does it. Actually, I was part of the teardown. I was like, this is terrible.
Yeah, and you almost like rage quit it putting the game away.
Yeah.
There's just so much in this box, and it's so hard to, anyways.
It comes with a,
instruction manual on how to pack it
instruction manual.
But I think the more we play this, I'll love it more. I am very excited to get the other factions because one of them, I believe it's the Oracle, her mechanism is rolling right.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I just think that's amazing. So I'm just very excited to continue playing this. I love the artwork. I love the gameplay. A lot of people do complain that it seems like it's kind of like more of a solitary game and there's not a lot of interaction, but I think that's fine. I don't have an issue with that.
This one's going to shock you. My number 35 favorite game of all time is Terraforming Mars.
Okay, so that last year...
Top 5?
Was your number 3.
Yeah.
So from 3 to 35...
Leash. We have not played Terraforming Mars once.
Thank God, am I right?
I have only played base Terraforming Mars. Jamie does not love Terraforming Mars.
It's very ugly.
And I don't have a play group to play Terraforming Mars, hence why it is 35 on my list. I still love it. I still want to play it. It just doesn't inherently get played here. I definitely want to pick up the Prelude expansion because apparently that changes everything. And I'm going to try this year to convince Jamie that Terraforming Mars is a good game. Because I do love it. Sir. Terraforming Mars was one of my favorite gaming experiences when I was first getting into this hobby. And I still have that nostalgia for it. It's a fantastic game. I just haven't played it enough. And that's why it lands where it lands.
Not on my list. Are you shocked?
I am not.
You shouldn't be. My number, oh my God, this one. I don't know where this is.
Are we going to get a divorce?
I don't know where this is going to land on your list. This one was on my top 10 last year.
Number 34, I don't think you said it.
Number 34. This one was on my top 10 last year as my number 6, and it was Jeff's number 1. And that is Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion, at my number 34. When I first saw the rankings from Pub Meeple, and this was actually even lower, I was like, not a chance. It's got to be higher. Originally, it came in at like 40, and I was like, no, that can't be right. I love Jaws of the Lion. I love it. But I think it's almost the recency bias thing because we finished it at the beginning of 2021.
It's fair. It's a fair point.
And we haven't played it, and then now we've played all these other amazing games, and I love it. I still love it. I guess Not as much as I used to.
I will mention, this is on my list.
Obviously.
Won't tell you where. Gloomhaven is not.
No, Gloomhaven didn't make my top 50. We have played both, but my preference is Jaws of the Lion.
I agree with your sentiment. I do.
Yeah. I think if we had just finished it, it would be way higher. Because we had just finished it, I think, when we did this last time.
My number 34 game, it's a card game. Small box card game. One we've only played one time, but we had an incredible experience with it and definitely want to play more of it. That is Innovation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Innovation is another Civilization-esque game where you are building out building types and doing all kinds of crazy combinations and splaying out cards. And there's a bunch of different eras you're going to work through, which give you new technologies, new buildings to do even crazier combinations.
Crazy.
This is a game that's so swingy. And you never know what's going to happen. In my opinion, some people might not like that, which is understandable. But for me, like, I love that uncertainty. Wherein I remember when we played it, like, I was running away with this game. And I was super confident. I had all of the things I needed. And Jamie had this one card come out, just blew everything up.
Swing.
And I was just like, and normally that would anger me. Like, normally I'd be like, oh my God, like, what the heck? But I was like, wow, that was so cool. And I love Innovation so much. I think more people need to try it. Great card game. And
don't be put off by the beigeness of the game. My number 33 game is Calico. I love Calico. Ugh. Another one I know the more I would play, the more I would love it. It is an incredibly melty, brain burny, puzzly cat game where cats just want to lay on the quilt and then you're getting buttons. The theme, adorable. The gameplay, very, very difficult. Not hard to learn, hard to master.
Very.
I love this game. Like, I love this game.
It's very puzzly.
Every time we're playing it, I'm like, I love this game.
It's very you.
It's very me.
You
like,
love those types of
Calico is a Jamie game.
Yeah.
Like, to a T. Like, if you want to design a game for Jamie, Calico is the type of game that you need to be designing. And like I said, I can 100% see this being higher up on my list as the year goes on.
Here's an interesting question now that we're talking about Calico.
Yeah,
maybe we
should get another cat. I agree. Yeah.
No. Okay. What about Cascadia?
Oof. At this point, I think I prefer Calico.
I really liked Cascadia.
I really liked, so we just played Cascadia last night for the first time. I really, really liked it, but it was also digital. I won't know for sure until I play it in person. I'm really nervous for my number 32.
My number 3 is a very new to us game that we've only played somewhat recently, and it is from Roxley, and that is a fantastic 2-player card dueling lane fighter called Radlands. Radlands is very similar mechanically to a game that I absolutely adore called Netrunner. It's a 2-player only game, and you are basically attacking the other person in sectioned lanes in order to defeat their base, their bases in each lane. It is incredibly beautiful. I absolutely adore this game, and I can absolutely guarantee you this time next year, if we do this again, this will be much, 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 much higher.
Yes.
This, just where Jamie is stating, you know, where Calico is a game designed for her, I wouldn't inherently say this one is this isn't a game designed for me, but it's pretty freaking close.
This is a game designed for us. Like you and me game. This is a perfect type of game for us that we love. Take that, it's 2-player primary. Well, I shouldn't even say that. It is a 2-player game. It's 2-player only. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about it. Okay, people. My number 32 is a game that I love with all of my heart. Every little last inch of it. And I know people are going to expect this to be much higher. Spoiler alert, it didn't even land on Jeff's list. How do you know? And that is our most played game of all time. And that is Silver Bullet. I love Silver Bullet. We play Silver Bullet, number one, not only just because we love it, but because it is so accessible, because it is the perfect kind of game for us. So I know it's going to be coming to a shock. That is not in my top 10 or top 20. It is coming in at number 32, but I do love this game. Jeff didn't even put it on his list because he keeps losing, I think is maybe the reason why. I love Silver Bullet. Everyone knows my love for Silver Bullet. Yeah. But again, when I think about this stuff and these games in terms of if I had primary player group, would I pick Silver Bullet? Like, if I was given the option to play, my goodness, Terraforming Mars with a group of people that love to play Terraforming Mars at 4-player or 3-player or whatever, I'm going to pick that over Silver Bullet. But I still love it. Number 32. Yeah, it is on my list. But I just wanted to say, because I know people are going to be shocked, and we still love it, and I will fight to the death for it.
It's an amazing game.
It's just that when Jeff was doing his rankings, it was like Silver Bullet versus Root, Silver Bullet versus Root Underworld, Silver Bullet versus Root River Folk.
Yeah. It's going to be shocking to you when Root's not even on my list.
No, I don't even. Yes, it's on your list. I just don't know where it falls. I think it's number 1. I have no idea. We don't know. Okay. That's my number 32, Silver Bullet. One of the loves of my life.
My number 32 from Thunderworks Games is a game we like to call Role Player.
Role Player. I knew it.
Role Player is a game where you aren't, I guess, building out a character more so than you're building out the stats for a character. So you'll be given a class and a type, and then you're rolling dice and placing them in your character sheet. Placing them in your character board to give them scores for constitution and strength and vitality and all of these things. It's a beautiful game. The dice are incredible. I don't know why this game works so well. I have no idea. We love Role Player.
Yes.
We just got Role Player Adventures, which, let me tell you.
Excellent choice, Jeffrey. It's a great freaking game. All right, my number 31. I'm interested to know where and if this lands on your list. But my number 31 is The Initiative.
31?
So I guess it's higher then, huh?
Holy
Yeah, my number 31 is The Initiative, which is a game that I love. I think for me, The Initiative was such a fun experience, but it was a little bit of a roller coaster for me. Got it. Like, the highs were really high, but then there were some plays of it that we were kind of like, we figured that out almost immediately. It was almost
very fair.
Yes, but I still loved the experience. It was so much fun, and I think, like, I needed Jeff in that game. If you hadn't been playing with me, I wouldn't have won any of them because I don't know how to do code breaking. And for some reason, you're really good at it. And I think maybe that increased your enjoyment of it, possibly. But I don't know. I still love it. I mean, it's number 31.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it did. But for me, like, that might be my favorite gaming experience of last year.
Yeah.
So, 31. Rude. Don't look.
Okay. I can't see anyway.
My number 31 game, favorite game of all time, which I think is going to shock Jamie a little bit. And maybe not a little bit. I think it's going to shock Jamie a lot. My 31 game from Awaken Realms, Lords of Hellas.
I'm not that surprised.
This is a tough one for me because I want to explain kind of what happened with Lords of Hellas.
Oh.
Lords of Hellas isn't great at 2-player.
A scandal.
Which is what we played it at. Lords of Hellas is a area-controlled, dudes on a map-esque game where
Cyborg Greek gods.
there are other conditions that can be met, like you can take your hero and go on a quest, and the quest can resolve and do certain things for you. You can go off and go on a hunt and fight mythical beasts and do certain things that way. There's a lot going on in this game. It's not your stereotypical area control where it's basically you fighting another army and you win. This would be much higher on my list if I played it at a 3 or 4 player. Guaranteed. I love area control, dudes on a map games. I just haven't gotten an opportunity to play this at the primary player count, but absolutely love this game.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
That's it for this list. So those are our next 10 games. I am shocked at some of them. Jeff is shocked at some of mine.
Mainly just one.
Which one?
Confrontation.
Really? Yeah. I thought you were shocked by something else. The Initiative, you were shocked.
Oh, yeah.
Jaws of the Lion, you were shocked.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, never mind. Yeah,
Jeff has been very shocked. Anyways, those are our next 10. We will be back again with our number, 30. Our number 30 to 21 next Tuesday. So we'll take a break for Board Games and Brew. We'll be back next Tuesday with our number 30 to 21. If you guys are interested in buying board games like any of the ones we mentioned today, don't forget to check your friendly local gaming store. And for us here in Halifax, that is
the Boardroom Game Cafe.
Yeah, no kidding. Obviously.
Indeed.
That's all we have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see,
please subscribe.
We hope to see you again soon. And now we say goodbye. Goodbye.
Later days. I wasn't sure if you were going to pass it off to me again.
I always like to keep you on your toes. Unbelievable.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's fine. Does that have one of our eyes?
It has mine.
Okay, good. Baby. No, honey.
Literally, like, as soon as we started filming, she started doing this.
Okay, we played it with Jeff's mom.
Good call.
That did it. Get out of here with your sea-doos.
Why would you do that?
Ski-doos. What?
That guy, like, you could die.
Yeah.
So easily.
You could die.
And
I don't know any other ideas.
I don't know. It's got you.
Me.
Take it off.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I kicked you.
My number 3. Not abilities. What's the word I'm looking for?
Assets.
No.
Strengths.
Stats.
Stat. Artifacts. That, oh wait, what do I usually say?